We remember our history in lots of different ways. We remember our history through statues and monuments. We remember our history through museums, through textbooks and nonfiction books, and through social studies classes. And another way we do it is through holidays.
Armistice Day, or Remembrance Day, remembers the 15 to 19 million civilian and military deaths during the First World War. In nations around the world, the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month marked 100 years since the end of the Great War.
Things that happened 100 years ago, for whatever reason, our culture sort of uses that as a benchmark or a signal that that's important, that something happened 100 years ago and it deserves special recognition or rekindling of our memories.
Memorial Day is a little bit more akin to Remembrance Day. There's two key things that Remembrance Day and Memorial Day serve in terms of a purpose, and one is to honor the sacrifices that those soldiers have made so that their lives can have more meaning.
Those men went through hell and didn't complain. They fought for our freedom. We don't have freedom isn't free. It costs a lot of money. It costs a lot of lives is what's happened.
By remembering them, we elevate their lives, we elevate their sacrifices, and we say, well, they died for something. The other reason, I think, coming from, as I put my history teacher hat on, is understanding how we got into those situations and hopefully trying to avoid them in the future. You're looking at all of the people that were impacted by the war, whether that's losing a loved one, whether that's the loss of economic opportunity or the loss of civil rights and civil liberties. Remembrance Day is a much more all-encompassing holiday because the ripple effects of World Wars I and II went well beyond those of the soldiers who went and fought.
Everybody was affected by them. I can even remember the rations on butter and chocolate. Old pots and pans were given it, they could make things with it. Couldn't get tires because there wasn't a lot of rubber. Everything, they collected scraps of metal. Women were working in the big factories.
One of the things we try to do on those cardinal anniversaries is bring back some of those stories and help us revisit a little bit and rethink some of those. And again, find those connections, find those differences, find those similarities. Here at Soldiers Memorial and at the Missouri Historical Society, one of the ways that we really try to help retell those stories or help us revisit and examine those stories is with a variety of ways. One is with exhibitions. We also have programs that we do here at the museum with a publication and book specifically for this exhibit on St. Louis and the Great War. You're going to see a lot more of that coming out of Soldiers Memorial as we finally got open and as we roll into 2019.
We say that history doesn't repeat itself, but it often rhymes. And unfortunately, there's a lot of rhyming going on right now in the world in terms of, again, nationalism and tribalism, a lack of cooperation, distrust among nations, hostility towards outsiders. And I think true students of history would be much less likely to engage in another war similar to World War I or World War II, or do everything in their power to try to avoid those things using diplomacy and other means, because they understand not only how we got into those situations, but the horrific effects of those wars.